Frankie, we've got 3 Macs from Amy's, courtesy of EJ, today on BoxMac. Our good friend and camera person, EJ, has bought us 3 Amy's Macs.
That's kind of the way we have to go sometimes for the Frozens, because fans can't really send us Frozens.
No, they can't. We have to take it upon ourselves. Well, I've never seen all 3 together. A lot of the times they'll see just the gluten-free frozen as like a token gluten-free frozen offering. And I've seen this one rarely, but I have actually never seen the original.
Gluten-free, dairy-free, organic.
Oh, it's organic.
Well, they're all organic, I guess. Do you want to try to remember some of the Frozens we've tried on the show?
Sure.
Devour, which was awesome. Evol, of course.
Yes, tragedy. Stouffer's, one of our favorites.
Boston Market.
Yeah, which was really lousy.
Marie Callender, which is like very rich.
Very rich, overly rich. Michelina's. I think that's about it. Not a lot of frozen boxed Macs, because there's not that many out there, to be honest.
But I think we're way overdue for Amy's, because since early on, people have been like, don't forget Amy's Frozen. So here we are, episode 91.
91, finally getting around to Amy's, and I'm happy we are, but I'm not holding out a whole loop.
I'm not holding out a whole loop.
Just a half loop. Is this the first vegan frozen we've ever had?
Yeah, it is. And sadly, Nina's home with Babby.
Nina's home with Babby, taking care of Babby business. But there is a story, and I'd like you to read the story. Give us your best wrestling celebrity.
So Stone Cold, maybe?
Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
Macaroni and cheese is a favorite comfort food for both children and adults. What? Unfortunately, many people are not able to tolerate gluten, dairy, and soy. We can do the rest as Gilbert Gottfried. After years of recipe testing, we found delicious dairy-free diet cheese. Oh, which I'm basically doing, Paul Amy. To go with our tender organic rice pasta. This dish is so tasty that people will no longer have to miss out on their favorite mac and cheese.
All right, I feel like the story changes with each box, so...
Amy loves our mac and cheese. But some of her friends, like many Amy's customers, are not able to eat it because they're gluten intolerant. So we decided to create a dish that does not include any wheat and searched until we found a macaroni-style pasta made from organic rice. Then we covered the tender rice pasta with the same smooth cheese sauce that has made our mac and cheese so popular and came up with this great tasting meal for all of our customers to enjoy.
So this is the original, this is the vegan, and here is the gluten-free.
Amy loves pasta, and the rest of us do too. So Amy's Kitchen began a search for a great tasting pasta dish that, like our pot pies, would be easy to prepare and popular with both children and adults.
Okay.
We decided on another traditional favorite, macaroni and cheese, made with organic macaroni and a smooth cheese sauce. We're sure you're gonna enjoy this delicious, convenient meal from Amy's Kitchen. I don't think we're gonna. Often the frozen Macs can be really good.
Sometimes.
Because you can really, as you've said in the past, trap the taste.
We've had a real mixed bag, though. I feel like if Annie's had a frozen Mac, this is how it's going to be. It's going to be a weak kind of cheese sauce, but otherwise kind of inoffensive. Let's look at the salt content, because that's a sure indicator of the priority of flavor versus health. 27% for the whole container. That's moderate. Let's compare that. Sophia's single serve, 860 milligrams, 9 ounce versus 12 ounce. But this is 2 servings. It's not the same. It's all in the wash. So maybe it's gonna be pretty good. I'm hoping it's gonna be pretty good. I think the dairy-free is gonna suck, though.
Can you do that?
How do you do it?
This one snaps, then that one snaps, then you collapse. You got it. And then faster. And then one after another.
Oh, yeah, no. Is that like a cheap horse sound effect? Like cheap galloping, like the coconuts?
It's just one of those stupid things you do with loose time.
With free time. Loose time.
Loose time. Like you could do something with it, but you won't.
Yes. They had you take off the overcover, which I actually wrote on them before I read the directions. So $3.69 for a single serve Mac. It's kind of big bucks. Stouffer's is about $2.30 for that size pack.
I went to Friendly's recently.
Really? Wait a minute. Why would you go to Friendly's?
Because I have a baby.
Okay. Oh, that's perfect, actually. That's the whole reason. The best thing about Friendly's is no matter how obnoxious your children are, it's fine there.
It really was, too.
Yeah.
And not that our baby did get obnoxious, but I think she could probably have a flat out fit.
Yeah, and it would have been okay.
When I walked in with the car seat, they were like, sure, two and a baby?
Yeah, two and a baby. This is a scenario that they deal with every minute of every day.
Yeah.
I go there sometimes. I love their cinnamon swirl pancakes. I think it's one of the best pancakes you can buy. It's great in the morning, but if you go for lunch or dinner, you're going to get a lot of kid traffic. Kids will innocently, completely innocently say, why is he so fat, mommy? And the parents, I'm not offended, right? I know, I'm aware. And the parents get like, they get so flustered, like, shh, shh. But why, mommy? I don't understand. Shh.
Don't silence me!
Yeah.
Instead of getting fries with my burger,
Yeah.
I get a side of kids mac and cheese.
Ooh.
They now are offering an adult mac and cheese, which
Really?
I do not go for. I've tried it. And
How is it? It's not that great?
It's crap. They put stuff on it, melt stuff on it. It's bad. I ended up ordering 3 sides of the kids because they're just little tiny cups.
Yeah.
And it's just regular Kraft, but I think it's food service Kraft.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
It's probably frozen food service.
And it comes out, yes, it is. And it comes out really hot. And I don't know, I just really dig it. On the topic of places we went with our baby, we're like, we haven't been to IHOP in like a decade.
Yeah.
But the first thing we notice is they're advertising the cupcake pancake. You know how we've talked about how Taco Bell has mutant food?
Yes.
IHOP is mutant breakfast.
Yep.
Nina was trying to piece together a vegan thing.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the things with these restaurants. Like, I can have a salad without most of the salad.
She ordered some pancakes that were dairy-free, but she wanted fruit on them instead of butter, of course. And so she ordered some strawberries. Well, they come out with strawberries and a giant mountain of whipped cream all over it.
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't eat whipped cream. I
Yeah.
don't remember asking for whipped cream. I didn't see whipped cream in the menu.
Yeah.
And the woman answered, like Nina was such an idiot. She goes, the fruit always gets whipped cream.
They're a package deal.
And I burst out laughing right in front of the I'm not mocking you. I just think that's really funny that like the fruit comes with whipped cream.
They're an integral part of each other.
Nina's like, well, I got like a banana on the side and that didn't have whipped cream.
Select fruits are required to have whipped cream.
I imagine they went in the back and they were like, she said she doesn't want it with whipped cream. And they're like, what?
What? I don't know how to do that.
But even when you go out and you order a hot chocolate, they ask whipped cream or not.
Yeah.
They give you an option.
So this is the original one, and it's not looking so great. The texture is weird. It's got a real gummy looking texture to it. This is the gluten-free. It's mushy. It's too thick. The vegan is looking weird. It's got a bizarre, mealy texture to it. It's not a liquid.
Why are you slicing it with the spoon?
I'm trying to mix it up so it heats a little better.
Amy noticed that not everyone can enjoy mac and cheese. So she made this awful mac and cheese we guarantee you'll love.
And it smells bad.
It does. So I think the reason that you called into question my going to Friendly's before you remembered about the baby was because we used to actually go to Friendly's fairly often.
Yeah.
In like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then at some point they hit this brick wall of service.
Yep.
Where the service was outrageously bad every time.
Intolerably bad. And it used to be a real value place to go. I remember they used to have a breakfast for $2.22, which was a good deal at the time. You get 2 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, and 2 like sausage for $2.22. The service problem is fixed.
They're trying. Their menu is probably right where it ought to be, given their market.
Well, one of the best things about Friendly's, let me tell you this. Weekdays, if you go for breakfast, it's half price. Like literally everything on the menu is half price, which is kind of makes everything absurdly cheap. Like you can get yourself a really deluxe breakfast for $5.
Well, you got to move the food.
I guess. I don't know how you make any money.
I guess they just figure that like if you're not going to come, we really won't make money.
Yeah. If you don't come in the door, we can't make anything.
We make most of our money on nights and weekends. Therefore.
Yeah, but they still want to have a breakfast business. And honestly, if somebody said, let's go for breakfast, I would say, oh, let's go to Friendly's even on a weekend because I know it's going to be consistently pretty good, right? And there's not really many great breakfast places around. IHOP doesn't do it for me.
I mean, if we're talking about trashy chain restaurants.
Yes, Friendly's for sure over IHOP. IHOP doesn't have anything I like except breakfast, whereas Friendly's kind of everything's fine.
Can you name another restaurant like Friendly's or IHOP?
So there are a few in the past, but they're kind of a disappearing trend.
Bickford's is gone.
Bickford's is gone, which is real sad. I really liked Bickford's.
Denny's is probably the biggest example. Most of the country has plenty of Denny's.
If we go back a little ways, Howard Johnson's used to be that kind of restaurant. There's only 2 of those left in the U.S., and they're both privately owned.
As we learned, Ohio has those Bob Evans restaurants.
Yes.
Those look like they're about that. That's like their Friendly's.
I mean, Ground Round used to be that kind of place, but I don't think there's any Ground Rounds anymore. That family eating out idea, like cheap family eating out, kind of dissolving away.
And yet, every time I go to one of these places, it's booked.
Yeah.
So, like, families do like to go to a place. Like,
and a place that's family friendly.
now
too.
that I'm a family,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking for a place where I can put the car seat and it won't be a big deal.
We went to Joe's, Not to Have It Joe's, which is a local chain.
Which I would not bring a baby to.
No, it's not a baby. You could bring it. I mean, it's logistically possible. Your daughter, your beautiful daughter.
She, her.
But it feels a little out of place, right? 10 seconds to Mac. All right, let's see what we got here. Kind of evened out some. Feels like a little like Sophers, but less thick. Gluten-free. It's improved a little bit. It's still overly thick. The pasta's not holding up well. That's kind of to be expected since it's rice pasta. Finally, our vegan offering. Super dry. What do you expect, really? Goopy. Very goopy. Let's start with the original. Try to give it our best. Wow, what a big pile of disappointment. It's not inedible.
Not at all the worst mac I've ever had, but strangely, not very salty.
No, it's particularly unsalty.
Yeah.
The posture is weird texture.
The posture.
Strange, chewy, gummy texture. The cheese is barely present in it.
This is really not that bad. The pasta could be a lot better. The cheese could be a lot better. I know there's not much left out of that.
The texture of the cheese sauce, which tastes super plasticky.
That's right.
There's no smooth, there's no cream in it. Tastes like there's no fat in it. Smart Ones actually has a really good low-calorie mac that's about half the number of calories as this one. It's not like an excellent macaroni and cheese, but it's fine.
It's not Stouffer's.
It's better than this.
We can do gluten-free next?
The pasta, yeah.
The pasta.
I mean, as far as gluten-free goes, we've had better gluten-frees, I think, than this. It's not good, folks. It's not great.
Remember that they used diet cheese in this last one?
Is that true? Is that a fact?
Yeah, that's what they said on the back.
Oh, wow. Let's see if we can tolerate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Well, it tastes like diet cheese. I'll tell you that much.
It's just got it's got nothing at all.
It's got everything working against it.
And the diet flavor isn't that bad. However, you mix that with a rice pasta that's not very good to begin with, and not enough liquid in the sauce.
Go back to this. This is not that bad.
All right. I mean, between the three, it's far and away the best.
Okay.
My takeaway is, again, for the 100th time, vegan macs suck. Make yourself rice and salt. Do anything. Make pesto pasta. It's so much more delicious than this. Just don't buy any of these.
I think Amy's sucks.
Yeah, buy Stouffer's or the Devour brand ones if you want something a little fancy.
The Devour one, remember that buffalo chicken one?
Yeah, it tasted a lot like buffalo chicken, but it was really good.
Next time we'll go deep into the archives of the Hall of Mac and we'll pick out something interesting.
Something interesting next time on BoxMac.
A is for apples, B is for Bickford.
He takes after his father.
Bickford's breakfast anytime.